Hey guys, Perla here. So I wanted to make a quick follow-up video regarding a little 15-second clip that I make. I'm going to show you the clip real quick, and then we're going to hit a few pointers regarding some of the comments and concerns people had in regards to this clip. Okay, so I'm going to address a couple of things, okay? Um, for a disclaimer, I'm talking about my own personal experience and my medical plan when I talk about my experiences with narcolepsy and how it is, well, narcolepsy, excuse me, how it is that I navigate life. This is not medical advice. I'm not telling you what to do, and I am not the voice for everyone else with narcolepsy. I am just my voice from my personal experience. Okay. And yes, I am in the car as I'm saying this, just pulled into my driveway. Anyways, um, it amazed me the comments in regards to how obsessed people are with imaginary scenarios in regards to me being behind the wheel and unaliving someone. That's that's, I don't know why your mind goes there, but okay. Another one is about comparing narcolepsy and driving to driving under the influence and driving. Those are two completely different things. Driving under the influence of alcohol or any other substance, first, it is a choice to take, drink, smoke, whatever, and drive. Narcolepsy is not a choice. Narcolepsy is. Driving is a choice. And to that respect, I understand that there are people there that are concerned about people that have narcolepsy and driving. And I think that is mainly because there's not a lot of information out there. A lot of us really do not talk about it because of the stigma, right? People think that I'm driving and I'm driving like this, and that is not the reality of it. There's many different symptoms that people have, and they experience it in many different ways. Now, for me, for Perla here, right? Whenever I am going to drive, there are precautions that I have to take. And that's what the video was about. I know people that don't have narcolepsy that have to crack open a window when they're driving to stay alert and to stay awake. I crack the window, I keep the car cold or cooler because the cold environment allows my physical body to stay alert and awake. If I were to keep the car warm, even if it's cold outside, my body is going to start feeling sluggish. I'm going to start feeling very tired, and there is a higher risk of me falling asleep. Okay. Now, with that being said, before I can get behind the wheel, I have to medicate. I medicate with a stimulant. There's also precautions in place as to the time limit that I can drive. And once I hit that time limit, I have to take a break for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, 10 to 15-minute break where I stop either at a gas station, at a rest stop. I'll pull over, I get out of the car, I walk around, get my body flowing, right? Even if I feel fine, even if I feel like, oh no, I can drive another 30 minutes, another hour. No, I still stop because again, I am not here to be in the road trying to be a hazard for everybody. I get behind the wheel when I know that I safely can. If I wake up and it's like, no, like today is one of those days that regardless of how much medication like stimulants I take, and I keep on saying stimulant because that is the only medication that I take. Um, I know that there's days that it's not safe. So what do I do? Well, for those days, I Uber. For those days, I order my groceries. For those days, I cancel appointments if I can't Uber, if I can't have somebody drive me to places. That is really how it is. I always drive with a GPS on, even if I know where it is that I'm going, just to stay aware if there's anything going on. Are there any car accidents? Are there any, is there traffic for any reason? Do I have to detour? Do I have to all of these things? And I know that for some of you that may seem extreme and it may seem like too much, but that is the reality that I live. I didn't choose to have narcolepsy. I've had my drivers. I started driving when I was 15, guys. I've been driving for 20 plus years. So the fact that people just assume that I'm out here being reckless, or that the first thought is like, oh, you're going to unalive somebody by being behind the wheel, really, really shows the reason why I make these videos is to educate people, to bring people into awareness that just because you have certain stereotypes regarding a condition or regarding a disease or whatever it is, that's not the case. it presents itself differently with everybody. I am very in tune with my body. I am very conscious about what it is that my body needs. I have a great medical team that works with me when it comes to that. And in addition to that, the state where I live, the country where I live, has regulations that I follow when it comes to driving. I am not out there being reckless. Now, should everybody with narcolepsy drive? You know what? That is up to the individual and up to their medical team and how it is that they are managing their symptoms. Now, I drive. I have two kids who have narcolepsy. My eldest is 20. He got his permit when he was 18. He tried driving in parking lots and things like that. He came up to me. He was like, Mom, this is not for me. I do not feel safe. I feel I have a lot of anxiety around driving. And I said, okay, that's fine. He does not take a stimulant. He had a really bad reaction to it when he was in high school, and he didn't want to try any other type of stimulants. That is his choice, his right. He gets medicated for the night, right? So he's in a different parameter than I am. So he chooses not to drive. So I told him, I was like, well, then you know you're gonna have to Uber yourself everywhere. And that's basically the truth. So he makes his money and he Ubers. He has this, he has that. If he has an appointment and I can drive him, I drive him. If I can't, he has to Uber himself. It is really just that simple. But to assume or to try to dictate what someone can and cannot do over like a clip, to me is kind of like, whoa, like, are you serious? Like, instead of approaching situations with curiosity, which I always say, like, if you guys have any questions, like, I'm here, I'm open, I will share actually, again, I'm going to share everything based from my experiences. I can't speak for anybody else. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and make this video. I read your comments, and I see where the concerns are for you guys. And you know, you are entitled to your opinion, whether you think that I should be driving or not. But the reality is that I live in a country where there are laws and regulations, and as long as I am not breaking them, and as long as I'm aware of my own autonomy of my own body, and I know that I'm doing everything that I can to be safe when I get behind the wheel, then that is all that you have is your opinion, my love. And I am so grateful that you did share it because it gave me the opportunity to make this video to kind of clarify a couple of things. Now, if you guys have any questions or are curious about anything, like, anything in regards to driving or anything in regards to like narcolepsies, relationships, etc., go ahead and drop your question and I'll make a little quick video to respond. Bye bye.